In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to enable SSO in Salesforce. Single sign-on, or SSO, lets your users authenticate through your organization's identity provider so they can access Salesforce without juggling separate passwords. To make this smooth, have your identity provider details ready, things like the issuer and the certificate, plus Salesforce admin access. Begin by opening Salesforce and clicking the gear icon in the top right. From there, choose the option to open Advanced Settings. This takes you into the main setup area where most administrative configuration lives. If the label looks a little different in your interface, that's normal. The destination is the central setup page. On the left side, you'll see the Quick Find search bar. Type Single Sign-On Settings, then select it from the results. This page is where Salesforce stores and manages your SSO configurations, and it's the hub for connecting your org to your existing identity provider. Next, click New to create a new sign-on configuration. You're starting a fresh SSO setup here, so it's a good idea to be clear and consistent with what you enter. Give the configuration a descriptive name that your team will recognize later, especially if you plan to support multiple providers or environments. Now add the core details that establish trust between Salesforce and your identity provider. Enter the issuer exactly as provided by your identity provider. You might also hear this called the entity ID or issuer URL, and precision matters. Pay attention to capitalization and any trailing slashes. Upload the identity provider certificate so Salesforce can verify signed assertions. Make sure you're using the correct current certificate in the right format, and note any expiration dates so you can rotate it before it lapses. Fill out the remaining fields required by your setup. Depending on your provider, you may see fields related to the login URL, audience or entity ID, and the name ID format. These values come directly from your identity provider's configuration and must match exactly to avoid authentication failures. If your organization enforces specific attributes or claims, ensure those details are reflected here as well. Before wrapping up, take a moment to review everything you've entered against your identity provider's documentation. Small discrepancies, like an extra character in a URL, can cause big headaches. It's also wise to keep an alternative admin login handy so you're never locked out while testing. And there you go. You opened Advanced Settings from the gear icon, searched for Single Sign-On Settings, created a new configuration, and added the name, issuer, identity provider certificate, and all the necessary details. That's all.